When the sun suddenly stopped in the sky, calamity followed. Stone-armored dredge poured out of the north. The races of men and Val fled south in vast caravans, dealing with the dredge general Bellower and the treachery of Borsgard's governor, Rugger, to eventually arrive at the human capital of Arborang. Rugger's scheming and old rivalries with the king of Arborang poisoned their chances for safety. Can they restore the peace before the city turns on itself?
It made me think of something Rugger said.
Believe this, anything you throw at me will come back to you. Twice as hard.
Need solves all sorts of problems. Uh-oh.
The rest of us will gather your barrels, but don't get comfortable giving me orders. They're ready with the barrels, he shouts.
We will hope that I can defeat Ruin like this, but I don't know. Nets have been wrapped around the barrels of oil, and Horseborn wait at the ready, prepared to deliver them at a moment's notice. Sketchback trots nervously atop the walls. This must be every oil barrel in the city, Oddlife says, looking at the full net. Couldn't have gotten half this many without the wall. Ilsa is preparing several archers with flaming arrows. She looks the happiest you've seen her.
Let's hope this works,
she says. The anchor comes again. A dark streak. The Horseborn are already gone, pulling along the netting. Where the obsidian hook punches through the wall, they heave the barrels over top. The net catches and is pulled back towards Ruin.
Now, shouts Ilsa.
Licks of fire flit through the air, like fireflies buzzing into the night, gently floating down. An explosion rips into the battlefield, rattling the earth and engulfing the thunder, blowing dirt and dust into the sky. Cheers erupt spontaneously all the way down the walls. Even the dredge have stopped their assault to watch. It is done. Is it done, you wonder? I thought it's Oddlife saying this. As the dust finally thins, you see Ruin rising, staggering. Cheering dies and throws. She's wounded, Oddlife cries. We have to finish it now. Come, you hear shouted from the ground below. Canary flings her hair back and smiles. Her Horseborn look ready to run. We go quickly. Okay. Oddlife stifles and ecstatic gasp when she realizes what Canary intends. You scramble onto Horseborn back, soon finding yourself racing through hordes of dredge you would have crashed against on foot. Okay. But the dredge come in endless waves, eventually slowing you to a crawl. They surround you from all sides until all you can see are black stone and yellow eyes. Hakon. Over your shoulder you hear the heavy clang of metal on black armor, and the Val shove past with fire in their eyes. Up, Hunter. We'll find the path this time. Hakon growls. Then, over the din of battle, a drumming rhythm draws your attention. To your right, a cloud of dust is rising, approaching swiftly until it collides with the army of Dredge, tossing bodies into the air. Hakon. Put Morga in and switch like this. Yeah, I would like Gudmunda in the mix. Ready for battle. This is the Sunder. Ruin. Irresistible force. A gravity stone pulls units to it. Stone explodes on ruins next turn. Okay. Immovable object. Projective barrier. Regenerates strength and armor. Okay, we might be in trouble. They're pretty weak here. We might concentrate on Ruin. Wait a second, whose turn is it first? It's Eagle. There's fire right here. Stupid bullshit. You might attack with those two. With him. We will go on the Sunder. I might be able to kill one of them immediately. We should be fine. Ready. What in the depth is that? Depths is that? Ooh.
I haven't swung a hammer in a century.
Ubin.
But that doesn't mean I have forgotten how.
It's Ubin. Oh, we know Ubin. He's like the first war we've ever met in those games. Oh, I love it. I like it. Abilities. Stonewall the shit out of this. Cannot attack him. What can you do? Pin. Pin this guy. Okay, shut us down. What can you do? Trample, move, kick. Bin, please kill this. Why is there flame, man? Cannot do much. Okay, she is uploading. Maybe I should have attacked her. Kill. Fuck off. Flay the shit out of this guy. Jesus. Jesus, mother flipper. Rook. Can do 4 damage. 7. Ten. Blood flame to death. Come on. That's interesting. Why the fuck is Egil in this scenario? Give him guts. Ubin. Reveal weakness. Singles out an enemy, all allies in range attack the target for either strength. What? Wow. This is actually the same as the Hunter's Mark, but it's ranged. That is quite interesting. I mean, we kill this guy now. Get him. He's done. Morgan. Kill him. Flail him to death. We have this guy in common. Sorry, friend, you're dead. much damage should I do to this guy? Goodbye. Goodbye. I didn't do well, but I did okay. Morgen. There we do. Whatever. I mean, I managed to actually win, but I didn't do well. Okay, if I would have done well, everybody would have been living, right? Would have been alive. Yeah, I didn't expect Ubin to come in. That's one thing. I would have expected him. I would have concentrated on the Sunder earlier. Let the tales tell that you, a humble hunter from a small forest town, stood against not one, but two Sunder. Now ruin lies dead at your feet. Dredge keep their distance. As you limp back to the city, the people of Arborang watch silently from behind the walls, afraid to believe what they see. Suddenly cheers ring out around you, rising into a chorus of adulation. Adulation, right? Even if a few dour clansmen stare with hard eyes, most likely Rugger's loyalists. Yeah, we killed Rugger. Well, I didn't quite explain what was going through my head because I don't know. Thing is, at the beginning I thought I will keep him alive anyway, right? Because he has the people on his side. But to tell you the truth is, if Rugger stays alive, he's like the head of the serpent, and I'm pretty sure he would have escaped from the prison. That would have caused problems. But to be honest, someone else might just take over his position right now. So he was an asshole. So I'm pretty sure that I left him alive the first and the second time around. But I was like, he doesn't deserve to die, you know. But he's in our way. He is in our way. Now it's someone else we don't know. Probably. They are chanting your name, Oddlife grins. You reply, only because they don't know yours yet. Hours pass since the siege. You find Oddlife on the ramparts, looking out into the distance. The darkness sure seems a lot closer than before Ruin appeared. Listen, I've been meaning to ask you something. Looking back on the last few days, have I been acting too recklessly? I wish you would tell me before you take risks. No, I wouldn't have you any other way. You do seem to be taking charge lately. What's changed? Yeah, I wouldn't have you any other way? Thank you. That means a lot. The stakes are so high, it's hard not to second guess yourself. I've never regretted giving you the banner, but it's a struggle to stay silent. I feel like I'm the only one arguing with the stubborn man for the greater good. If I dare show the same sort of confidence, well, they have words for women like that. Oh, now I know. I remember the story now. Because she is actually the wife of the clan's boss before we became boss of the clan. Now I remember. So, if I dare show the same sort of confidence, well, they have words for women like that. It wears you down. Aren't we all fighting for the same thing? If Juno doesn't make it after everything we've been through, you hear the shuffle of large footsteps joining you. Hakon. And Ubin. Nothing's changed. We will deal with whatever comes. Keep hope. Look at how many survived asunder today. Thanks to our efforts. Be glad for that. Speak for yourself, Ubin. How did you get the horseborn tribes to leave Dalalond? I don't know. I have no idea. Oh well. When you learn someone's language, you can speak to them, you see. I wish there were more like you, Ubin. It's a long story, friends. A long story. But the short of it is that the Dredge are also in the south, as many as here. You look over to the wall's edge, where the Dredge have withdrawn in the absence of ruin. They mill aimlessly. Bring every sunder you've got, you stony bastards. Might just give up. They still got the numbers to overwhelm us. I just appreciate a moment of rest. We'll go for the first, because I feel like this is something that Hakon will like. Bring every sunder you've got, you stony bastards. Careful what you wish for. There's worse than ruin out there. I think we are all looking for some peace right now. Even the Dredge. Damn them. The silence is almost worse than fighting. A new sound slowly begins to take its place. A wobbling moan that fills you with unease and makes your hair stand on end. Should we be worried about this? I don't know. They're just standing there. It's almost as if they're crying. This is worse. This is worse than the silence. Maybe they are just feeling the pressure a little sooner than us. The darkness doesn't care whose side you're on. Chapter 19. The hounds are hungered. Uh-oh. we're going to either again. Let's have a look-see.